Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 million by 1 million strategy roundtable for entrepreneurs. 1M by 1M, as you know, is the first and only global virtual accelerator for technology startups in the world. Our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million and beyond in annual revenue. In support of that mission, we've been doing these free mentoring roundtables since 2008. So this is the 713th session. Over 300,000 people have participated. This has become a long-standing feature in the global startup ecosystem. And we have learned a tremendous amount from working with you for so many years. In the fall, we have done a soft launch of our AI mentor, which is now going through all the feedback processing and technology processing and so forth, but it is working. This is the AI mentor, and you're very welcome to play with it and use it. It is going to improve over the next, imminently, actually, over the next few weeks. We have new technology that is going to go into it shortly as we speak, really. This is a safe working session. You don't need to be nervous. You do not need to be defensive. I am on your side. We're all on your side. We want you to succeed. And this is not Shark Tank. We're not trying to entertain millions of people. We are trying to work. So just relax and let's work. It's possible that you may disagree with what you hear. That's okay. It's your business. You have the prerogative to do whatever the hell you want. But the feedback is based on many, many, many years of experience. So consider it and then do whatever you want to do with it, whatever makes sense. Nokio, Rohan Jacob from Dallas, Texas first. Rohan, please unmute your line and let's get going.
Hi, Asma. Thank you so much for having me. So given the time, I'll just deep dive into it. I'll give a quick background to myself before I start, so that'll give you an idea of where I come from. So I come from a non-tech, completely media and entertainment background. Worked in India for 10, 15 years before I moved to the US, and dealt with media and entertainment here also with live events, concerts, and all that. And this germ of an idea started during COVID. So the idea behind Nokio was when I think we had an explosion of streaming platforms and content that happened. And today, streaming and consuming content is an everyday, is the most common form of entertainment for people. And figuring out what to watch is a big problem. I think anybody who tries to figure out what to watch, it's takes 10 to 15 minutes minimum. Stats say it goes up to even 30 to 60 minutes of endless scrolling, and then they just switch off. So what we're trying to do is figure out a user to be able to find what to watch in 60 seconds. So if you can go to the next slide, please.
And, while we're on this slide, find out what to watch in 60 seconds on any platform, all platforms, no? Yeah? Any
platform. Today, we are catering for India and the US consciously with regard to the metadata and what's releasing. But the idea is to do that globally. So yeah, across the board, any platform, even YouTube free. I'd like to say we're the only platforms that even curates content for YouTube free stuff, like whatever legit movies are there on YouTube. So yeah. The problem today, I think, is choice paradox. So if you look at the graph, you'll realize how much content was produced back in the 80s and the 90s to today, how much content is produced in a given week, anywhere between 50 to 70 titles, movies and shows released every week. So people don't even know how much titles are coming out there, on what platform it is, etc. And then when a title releases from theatrical to a streaming platform also, people have a difficulty in finding out what to watch because trailers are on YouTube, sometimes ratings are on IMDb, and you get recommendations on your chat groups from WhatsApp and all that. So it's a maze. What we are offering is one simple, clean interface. Today, we are available on web and mobile. The idea is tomorrow to get onto a TV app also, so that that ecosystem closes. But it's one simple, clean interface for the user to figure out what to watch. So yeah. The market is a multi-billion-dollar streaming market. And we are trying to position ourselves as the discovery gap between that. Today, stats say that the average household has anywhere between 3 to 4 streaming platforms, and the average adult watches content every day. And we are starting off with India as phase one because I'm familiar with the geography. I have a few contacts in the industry. We are able to crack in easily. When it comes to a country like India, there are 600 million OTT users, but that's not even counting the other 50% that use piracy for content. And why I'm bringing that up is because I know users, even if they're using pirated content, they use Nokio as a guide to figure out what do we finally watch, at least because on these piracy platforms. So yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a piece of feedback while we're on this slide. When you say the market, you should not start with a multi-billion-dollar discovery gap in a $800 billion streaming market, because that sounds like a top-down market.
Sure.
The top-down market is of no interest to anybody listening to your pitch. What we need is a bottom-up market analysis. So these are problem definitions that you are talking about still. It is not the market. The market needs to be a bottom-up TAM analysis. And I don't know yet what your business model is, how you monetize, so forth. So we don't really have a clear sense of what is your bottom-up.
Bottom-up, sure. These are few analytics that has happened. We've been building for a while. August of last year, we pivoted more from a social review platform to a social discovery platform, because I think the need of the hour was more for users to be able to just come in and discover stuff rather than us saying, hey, come in, write a review, recommend to your friends, add your friends. That was too much ask of a user. So we pivoted, and now the apps and web UI is completely different. We saw a big spike in growth from August to November. And these are some of the numbers. If you can go to the next slide, please.
Are free users?
Sorry. Yeah, the platform is going to be free always. The revenue is going to be B2B.
What do you mean B2B? Where is the revenue model?
It's after this. So I'll just run you through the analytics and then I'll come to the revenue, if that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I showed you on the previous slide is a monthly growth, but you can actually see what is happening when you see a daily and an hourly spike. If you look at the graph on the left, the orange dots indicate Fridays. So by default, weekend watching is a higher habit for people, and hence you see that. But if you see that first blue dot, that was October 2nd, which is Gandhi Jayanti, which is a holiday in India, which is on a Thursday, and that spiked. And then if you see the other 3 green dots, which the pattern is very different from any other week, is the week of Diwali. So clearly indicating that on a holiday or a weekend, people are using. And if you look at the graph on the right, Monday to Thursday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., we have spikes. And Friday, it really spikes. And then Saturday and Sunday over meal times, morning, noon, and night. What this indicative of for us is, if you think of an app like Zomato, you use it more before ordering food during meal times. That's what we are positioning ourselves as a discovery platform. Before you watch a show or a movie, you open Nokio to discover what to watch. Today, we are not going after every and any kind of user. We have identified our user base to be the ones who are consuming a lot of content every day, because they are the ones who will organically like these platforms, and they also want to have a space to be able to drop their review, etc. So we already have a bunch of creators and critics from the YouTube and Instagram economy on Nokio already. A few directors and technicians from the Indian film industry on Nokio dropping reviews and all of that. So film communities, offline and online, there's a lot of movie clubs in every city. With the multiplex, I've already spoken to a few multiplex partners and partnering with them with regard to distribution, or having a Nokio ad run before the movie saying, hey, check this out, download it, and etc. So these are the avenues for good
This is an expensive customer acquisition strategy. Please take me to revenue model, because I'm getting very nervous about all these.
So none of these are expensive. None of these are paid.
Multiplex audience?
Sorry? No. Multiplex audience is not paid. So we will be doing strategic partnerships with the multiplex audiences. I've spoken to a leading multiplex partner. They are motivated to put the Nokio app into their app, and for us, we will then redirect to their ticketing. So it's, again, at the end of the day, we have a captive audience that they want to buy tickets, and so it will be free of cost. So the first three are all free. That's why I called out the paid acquisition is going to be the last one.
Okay.
Sorry about the mismatch on the typo, I guess. So yeah, I can skip this if you want. Ideal customer profile, we have, yeah, and then
need to understand the business.
Sure, then you can jump to the next slide. So right now we have a low-hanging fruit, which is going to be ads. Ads from the streaming platforms specifically, and the movie studios that have theatrical releases every week. They spend X amount of marketing, and we have a captive audience that is going to the theaters, or we know that is watching movies. So for them today, they advertise on Instagram, YouTube, Google, etc. And don't consider us to be another platform. Think of us as a better influencer, a very low-hanging fruit, like you said. I'm not going top down, I'm going bottom up. Today, these platforms spend anywhere between 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs INR every month with an Instagram influencer. And that is purely based just for impressions. I would be able to do a much better targeted advertising to these folks based on their pattern of what they've seen. So just to give you one data point, over the last year, I'll be able to know based on your reviews whether you saw that movie in the theater or saw it at home on streaming. And that's just one aspect of it. So for these movie studios and streaming platforms that reach out, we'd be a very good platform to target users that they're looking at.
Okay, so, but ads have not started yet.
Ads are not started yet. The reason for that is we want to do native ads, and that requires some building around the tech. So if you're familiar with platforms like Instagram or Reddit, or even in India, there's a recent app called InShots, which is a news app. They also did not start ads with Google ads. See, today it's easy to start Google ads, but nobody clicks on them. It's impressions. The cost of the ad unit is very low. I want to start native ad units that look organic to the content, and we get better unit price. And that's the main reason I've not been able to start ads, because it takes some amount of bandwidth to get the right talent on board to be able to start native ads.
So that means that you're not going to monetize until what? Until you're expecting funding?
2-3 months from funding is when I'll be able to start generating revenue.
Not a fundable situation.
Sorry?
This is not a fundable situation.
Fine.
You cannot get funding. Unless you have millions and millions of users, you're not going to be able to get funding. So how do you finance this period when you have to build up to millions and millions of users?
If any traditional VC would be able to see this, that you're right, that's the answer they would give. That is a standard pattern of millions of users or revenue generation, but it is what it is. If you're saying I'm not going to get funded,
what it is exactly the point.
No, I know that.
You will not be able to raise funding, is what it is. So now how do we move forward?
No, but that's what from a traditional VC, and I'm not looking at traditional VCs or institutions. I'm looking at somebody who understands the media and entertainment landscape, angel investors, to be able to see and identify the potential to this, to be able to invest. So yeah,
that's not going to work. The only thing that may work is friends and family. Somebody who knows you, who understands the business and knows you and is willing to bet on you. That's the only kind of financing you can raise.
Okay. Yeah.
Professional angel investors are not going to invest in this.
No, that's what I said. It might not need to be professional angel investors. It can be angel investors who are or in the media and entertainment landscape, who understand this space.
Only if they know you.
Sorry?
Only if they know you.
Sure.
They'll have to be from your network, somebody who wants to back you. Do you know what is the hit rate for pre-seed funding?
I know. I'm on a very low traction, Smrana, because we are pre-revenue. We are low on the user count. I'm not denying the challenges.
0.2%.
Sorry?
0.2% is the...
No, I know that. I've heard that somewhere. So if everybody started with that, then there'd be no startup founders trying to build a startup. So,
that's not true. There's a lot of startup founders starting up, bootstrapping, and then raising money once they have validation.
So I have bootstrapped this, and I feel we have validation now in terms of the user base using the platform.
Validation. You don't
Sorry?
have any validation. You have validations on usage, but the other side of the coin, whether this is a business or is a free app, free service, there are lots of free apps. You can get, free usage is not validation. Monetization is validation. So free usage is not valid. It's not considered validation.
Sure, but we skipped the slide with the other people in the space. If you want to go back, or if you feel it's not worth, then I'm fine.
To you, you tell me what slide you want to go over.
2 slides back, I think, where there was a graph. Yeah, this one. So these are the other people in the space. IMDb obviously is a legacy incumbent in the space that's been around for decades. They don't have a social angle, and the other 2 players that have been around in this space for the last decade, which is purely exactly Just Watch and Letterboxd. I don't
think of them venture funded startups?
Sorry?
Or venture funded businesses? Are any of them venture funded businesses?
Just Watch is private equity. They're based out of Berlin. They are today in over 160 countries. They don't have a social angle. They are having an annual revenue of 10 million. Letterboxd got acquired last year for 50-60 mil, I think, by a VC firm out of Canada called Tiny VC. They are New Zealand based. And where we are positioning ourselves is between Just Watch and Letterboxd, because there are gaps in their product.
How long has Just Watch been around?
I think 8-9 years now, and Letterboxd for I think 13 years.
What is the Letterboxd revenue?
Letterboxd revenue is just ads, and then they have.
No. What is the amount? What is their revenue level? Like Just Watch, you said is 10 million.
I don't have information to Letterboxd's revenue.
I will give you feedback on Just Watch.
Sure.
What you're trying to do is a comparable positioning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just Watch, the way you've just positioned, tells VCs that this is not a venture fundable business. VCs try to go from 0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years. Just Watch went from 0 to $10 million in 8-9 years. This is not a venture scale deal. And this is going to if you explain that to VCs, they'll say, okay, I'm not going to invest in your company. This is not a business that can become a venture scale business.
But that's exactly where I'm saying I'm not looking, because I know I've spoken to a few VCs and I completely agree with you.
But the angel industry is a feeder to the venture industry. Angels don't operate outside of the venture industry. The parameters from angels is exactly the same as VCs.
I didn't understand the last part.
Angels are feeders into the venture capital industry.
Sure.
So angels invest a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then the VCs follow the angels.
Sure.
So their objectives are the same.
Sure.
They're still trying to build this very fast growth companies, 0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to go after VCs. I want to go after angels is a logically flawed premise, right? Because they have exactly the same kind of business that they're going after, and you're not that kind of business.
The reason sorry, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that if there is somebody, you said you're from this industry,
mm-hmm.
and you have contacts in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
So go talk to some of your contacts and see if you can build something that is of interest for the industry, and you can do a bootstrap to an exit, a strategic exit within the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to build this for a very small amount of money, and with the idea that some industry player would have interest in acquiring this thing for a small amount of money. From a strategic point of view, they're not trying to build a very fast growth, ultra high velocity company. They're trying to acquire this particular functionality for some strategic reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only kind of money that you would be able to attract. Otherwise, you have to bootstrap.
100%. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I am talking to exactly those people who are networked in the industry, who have either a direct or indirect business in this space. Either
So now, but the thing that is missing, or maybe it's later, I haven't seen it, is who is the likely exit path for you?
No, I've not put that down there.
If you are looking for a bootstrapping or seed strapping to exit is what you're trying to do, not bootstrapping to exit, seed strapping to exit, then you need to be very clear about who are the likely acquirers and why.
But a random question to you, why do I need to think of an exit when I'm building? Like, is that important?
You don't have to think of an exit when you're building, except if you want somebody to invest in your company. Investors don't invest just to build. Investors invest so that they can get a return on investment.
Sure.
Mostly, investors get returns on investments through an exit. So without understanding how this thing, normally angel investors would invest, and the idea is going to be it's going to go into a VC. After that, follow-on financings come from a VC, and this is going to be a hockey stick. It's going to be $0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years. That is a traditional venture path. You don't qualify for that path. So
I agree.
what do you qualify for is potentially a strategic exit. Which means that you have to understand the strategic landscape of who would have interest in acquiring an asset like this. That's the seed strapping to exit path. You cannot do seed strapping to exit without fully understanding exactly who's going to buy your company in what time frame.
So agree with everything you say. We are not traditional. We are not all of that. But only thing I disagree on is the aspect that I'm looking at a strategic exit versus right now I'm looking at a strategic investor in this space.
But you cannot get that investor without the exit.
Yeah, but the exit doesn't have to be right now. As in, I know a few options. It could be from India or it could be from the US.
If I put on the hat of your strategic investor, I would not touch this thing with a 10-foot pole without understanding who's going to buy this company.
Got it. So the options can be as simple as somebody like Amazon who owns IMDb. Again, IMDb doesn't have a social angle, like you said. They've been around for ages. So once Nokio gets to whatever million users, multi-million users, it would be a good portfolio for them to adapt Nokio into an IMDb portfolio. So Amazon is one option that can do.
I'm not sure that Amazon would have any interest in acquiring this. Amazon, if they want users, Amazon can get users like this.
Okay.
They're sitting on billions of users. They don't need you to acquire users. Selling users is not a reason why Amazon.
It's not about the users. It's about, see, when you open Prime Video, you see a rating that is an IMDb rating because Amazon owns IMDb. If you open Peacock, you see a Rotten Tomatoes rating.
That's not what you're trying to do here. Your value proposition is not IMDb's value proposition. Your value proposition is to tell the consumer what to watch on what platform. Which is in direct contradiction to Amazon's agenda of keeping everybody on Prime. So Prime Video. So your agenda and Amazon's agenda are not matched.
If you go to IMDb, you find all the platforms, Netflix to Prime to HBO. That's not saying that they don't have titles from other platforms.
I don't think IMDb and you are a direct comparison. I don't see that as a direct comparison. You are going to take usage away from Amazon Prime at the point of selection of.
So we're not taking usage out. Amazon is a content platform. Prime, Netflix is a content platform. We are an aggregation platform. You use us to find out what you want to watch.
Yes, but the minute you send me to watch something on Netflix or on YouTube, that is time that I'm going away from Amazon. So I'm not sure that Amazon would be interested in this. I may be wrong. You may be right.
No, but that's like saying the music label companies invested in Spotify. They're going to listen to other people's music also, not just Sony UMG. But it's like that. It's a standard case of, okay, do I want to invest in a platform that is going to?
They don't own Spotify. Spotify is an independent company. They don't own Spotify.
No, but they invested in Sony.
They invested that was a financial investment.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Spotify came into the world when Napster was playing havoc with the industry and piracy. So
And
the music industry got together to stop piracy and invest in Spotify. Spotify is a public company. Spotify is a venture scale public company. So there is money to be made, and then there is, plenty of reasons why the music industry supported Spotify. I don't see those reasons in this case.
Music industry didn't begin to support Spotify to begin with. They said piracy is there for free. Why will somebody download an app to listen to music? So they had their own set of challenges. I have my own set of challenges. I'm not saying no.
But because I've given you enough feedback, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
That is the principle. I set the expectations right at the beginning. Take it or leave it. I've given you feedback. You do whatever you want with it.
Thank you for your time.
Rohan, you're next. You can unmute. Yeah, go ahead.
Afsar, you mean? I'm Rohan.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
Sorry.
Yep. Hi, Sravana, and
Why does
hi,
it
Rohan.
say Rohan Jacob?
Sorry.
This is not your slide.
Yeah, this is not my slide. Hi. So mine.
This is still
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Afsar, your slides
So,
are here.
yeah, hi, Sravana. Actually, I would like to first give you a brief instruction about the slides itself. You can, since there are animations and it cannot be skipped, so you can use the left and right arrow key of your keyboard to quickly complete the animations for that particular slide. The counters will be right below. So yeah, with that information, I would.
No, we don't support animation. I should have mentioned Afsar. So these are just your total slides when each slide.
Already taken the screenshots. Okay. Is it? Sorry.
Just go ahead and start presenting. We'll figure it out how to skip through.
Okay. No. I thought my website is being presented. So if it is already a screenshot of my slides, that is fine with me.
Go ahead and start presenting.
Okay. Hi. So I would like to briefly introduce myself. I am Afsar. Next slide, please. There only I'll just bring my introduction. So I've been working with SAP Labs India for last almost 10 years, and I have been part of almost 9 to 10 core business ERP, cloud ERP teams. This has given me enough experience about the industry to start my own venture, which had been a very long-term plan. So starting Flocci Technologies has been a part of that journey. So all the time that I've spent at SAP Labs India, I have also been figuring out how the boring business runs, to say it, to put it that way. Boring in the sense, the businesses that we generally don't pay much attention to, but they end up making a lot more revenue than one startup that gets hit, like WhatsApp, like Facebook, those things. Next slide, please.
So one thing I will tell you, you should never, what you've put on this slide, an exceptional founder building a foundational platform. Exceptional founder, calling yourself exceptional is not elegant. People have to draw the conclusion that you're exceptional based on what background you come from and how you present your background. Never put on a slide an exceptional founder building a foundational platform. All right, let's go.
We can already skip over this particular slide. What brings Flocci into existence is the analysis that multiple businesses, millions of SMEs, or any business which doesn't have enough money to spend on big softwares, big suits, big ERP systems, but still they want to manage their businesses. For those small businesses and all the low-hanging fruits, they make up most of the market. Unlike some big players like Fortune 500, there are also small markets. Cumulative, they are creating cumulative transactions.
Indian SMEs. Carry on.
So we are trying to target them, not adding the complexities of the big players, but also toning down the scale so that this becomes accessible for them. For this particular initiative, we have our ERP core, and then the layers of products at all the 7-8 layers that we have listed here. So first there is ERP core, then there are AI toolkits, commerce market space. So basically every single name that you see here has its own set of products that we are building, which are interconnected and integrated out of the box. I will explain about this once we are at the end of the slide with some of the products that we have already built. So some of the our competitors, actually most of our competitors have been legacy companies that are running on legacy code. We have started the company itself with the AI at its core. AI not in the terms that building a chatbot, rather using AI to leverage the intelligence out of business operations. Earlier we used the name of business intelligence. Now we are leveraging AI to do the same thing. This particular slide we missed out mentioning the name of who it is in comparison to. This particular slide talks about one of our products that we debuted a couple of months back. This is called Flocci Talent Suite. This particular suite, once we built it for the trial run, we conducted India's first fully autonomous hiring drive using Flocci Talent Suite. What it actually did was, within 4 days, or even less than 2 days, we were able to fetch all the emails that had job applications that were resting in our inboxes and in other places. We fetched all the emails, we downloaded all this particular application downloaded all the resumes, it created candidate profiles, it marked them against the job descriptions that they applied to, and it automatically sent a email with AI, with AI analysis of what their scoring is. Once the people who were in top 20 or top 30, the threshold could be managed by the application itself. The people who were in top 20, top 30 got automated interview calls and everything. Once they got the interview call, we visited the campuses, and I took a team of completely non-technical people, especially to check the second part of the application, which was deeply integrated with the Flocci Talent Suite, which was Flocci Placement Drive application. So that Drive application took all the insights from Flocci Talent Suite and pulled all the candidate profiles, and in real time was able to suggest the interviewers who were looking at the application on their laptop while taking interviews. So it was able to suggest to them the questions, the questions that that the interviewers could ask people to verify what things people knew. And
hang back off. You're spending too much time on things that are hard to understand, and it's not appropriate at this stage of the discussion to go into this kind of detail. So what is the incumbent that...
The competitor here is now recently acquired by SAP. It's called Smart Recruiters. They spent over $600 million and 15 years to pull out the same capability. So the capabilities I just talked about is in the ultra
Can you just
premium.
stop for a second? I need to ask you a specific question. So you replicated all of Smart Recruiter technology, the entire product, in 48 hours?
No. We implement, not implementation. This is in action, the product in action. The implementation took 4 to 5 months.
That's what you've built. You've built a Smart Recruiter equivalent for the Indian SMBs. Is it selling?
We have not released it. We piloted it, and we have not yet released the product.
What is the pricing of that product?
We will be, I mean, we have really not decided on the pricing. I'll tell you about it, why it is like this, maybe towards the end.
Let me tell you why I'm asking about pricing. You put in $44 billion opportunity, rupees 44 billion opportunity in India. That's a top-down number. Unless you create a bottom-up TAM analysis, based on pricing, this number is not credible and it doesn't tell me anything.
This is one product, and that's why it will be unfair from my side to just talk, just to give you one product. Actually, the slide is about one product. The market is cumulative of all the products that we are building.
You cannot build so many products. As a startup, you can build one product. If you can build one product successfully and sell one product, that's going to be plenty. So tell me, which one product are you planning to sell? How are you going to sell it? How are you going to price it? And how are you going to build a business out of it? What is the competition for it currently in India? The market that you're going after.
There are plenty that we have already. I mean, at the cost of sounding, what should I say? I would like to re-emphasize on this one part. The numbers might be many, but I have acknowledged that towards the end. At the end of it all, we will narrow it down to 15 to 20 products which are going to sell. But we are taking breadth approach.
I'm not interested in 20 products. I'm interested in one product, the Smart Recruiter competitor. How many competitors do you have in India selling to SMBs for that particular product? Because that's the product with which you're going to enter the market.
We have multiple products, but we'll stick to this one for now, for the discussion.
Yeah, you should not have multiple products. If you have multiple products, that's a problem. As a startup,
that's the root. That's the core of the company. So that's the whole point.
It doesn't matter. If you have that as your strategy, you're going to fail. No startup succeeds with multiple products out of the gate. You have to find one product with which you can sell and start generating revenues. There will be no Series A. There will be no funding at all until you can start selling that product and generating revenues and showing that, yes, there is a real case for a high velocity company. You can add as many products as you want later. But if you want to start with multiple products, nobody is going to touch you. And you're going to basically run out of runway before you even get out of the gate.
We are at the end of our runway, actually. So that's where we...
It's not a surprise to me, because you're spending your runway in a non-strategic way. You're wasting your money and your resources. You should have one product and you should start selling the hell out of that product right now.
I'll talk about one or two products, and I mean every founder.
Two products. I want one product that you need to sell immediately. You need to start selling immediately. There will be no financing until you start selling that product and be able to show that this product has a high velocity trajectory. There will be no funding. So, and you're bootstrapping, you're about to run out of runway. You have no choice but to pick one product and sell the hell out of it. That's the only thing you should do.
So Flocci Talent Suite actually will be that product. So I feel bad about just choosing one product, because every product we have built.
You can feel bad all day long. That's the only path that is going to make this company successful. Otherwise, you're about to fail. You're going to run out of runway and you're going to fail as a company. And you're asking for financing. You're not going to get financing. This company is not in a fundable situation.
I think the demos...
Your strategy is all wrong. Your strategy is all completely wrong.
Agreed. There was actually, the strategy was never to be funded, to be really honest. My strategy was to never be funded, never take any money from the investor. I have never been prepared to take investors in. It was only last month that I re-evaluated the situation and scenarios we are in. And then I put together all these things in a rush. Of course, we are a technology company, so our presentations had to keep up with this thing. So that's where we put a lot of effort in the presentation and the visual part of it. You could, I mean, it's okay, but I can talk about the products if you allow me for some time. I know one product will get me funding, but the products that
product will not get you funding. There's no guarantee that one product will get you funding. I don't even know whether that one product has any market potential, because there is competition in the market. The kind of product that you're talking about, there are numerous of those products in the market. Any product that has numerous competitors in the market don't get funded. So the chances that, I think you need to go back to your original thinking that you're not going to be able to raise money. You're going to need to generate revenues. So figure out how you're going to generate revenues. And if you can't generate revenues, you are about to go out of business.
I'll be honest, generating revenue is actually an easier part, but it is not going to generate enough so soon, to keep us afloat. So that
then you're going to go out of business. You're not going to be able to raise money. You are not in a situation in which you can raise money. So if you cannot generate revenue, you're going to go out of business.
We have talking about the customers, we have some of the customers who are paying us. We have businesses who have adopted us for different products. So there is makhana exporters in Bihar called Madhav Makhana. So our systems are helping run
Or frozen. We cannot hear you, Afsar.
Their revenue is under 5 CR, and we are allowing them to use ours. There is hotels, suites that we are providing. So some hotels in Ranchi, Jharkhand are adopting ours. So we have provided them websites and dashboards that will track all their. So these are the systems that are generating some revenue. However, Flocci Talent Suite is a system that we built, and after we tested it all together in a real environment with real people, it was way too good and equivalent to the highest tier subscription of smart recruiters, which costs $50,000+ per customer, like a big customer. Even if we start giving it in $1,000, it will sell like hot pies. I'm not saying because it is my product, because it has all the capabilities that the premium tier or the highest tier of smart recruiter has, and it is fully functional. I can demo it also.
Yeah, products don't sell by themselves, they have to be sold.
I know we don't have a marketing team right now. We don't have a sales team.
It's not a question of marketing team. You have to learn how to sell the product, how to market and sell the product. And I have a feeling that you're not really listening to me.
I am listening, but I am listening. However, the thing that I do is I code. I am the founder, the CEO, but unfortunately, I am more into building stuff rather than selling them.
In which case, you're going to go out of business. For sure.
I agree. There is another application that is called Flocci Polls. Again, live. People can use it for free. Polls.flocci.in.
It doesn't matter. Look, Afsar, we work with technical founders all the time. And there is this concept called founder-led sales. Technical founders learn to sell, learn to market, and learn to sell. And that's how most tech businesses get built. They are founded by tech CEOs, techies who are first-time founders, first-time CEOs, and they learn how to do founder-led sales up to the point where they have enough validation so that they can expand, they can raise money, perhaps they can hire marketing people, etc., etc. But the traditional playbook of a tech founder, first-time tech founder, is always founder-led sales. Founder-led marketing, founder-led sales. If you are not willing to learn how to do that, and if you just kind of back into your comfort zone of just sitting and coding, don't try to build a business. You're not going to succeed in building a business. And I can see that you're very quickly, you're going to basically run out of runway and go out of business. So change your mental set. You can learn how to market and sell. And at this point of your journey as an entrepreneur, it is imperative that you learn how to market and how to sell. And you have to believe that you can do it. Now, we can teach you how to do it. But if you don't believe that you want to learn how to do it, There is absolutely no way we would be able to teach you.
I'm afraid if I start selling, who will code? That's the worst part.
Then you
It's
will
a
just
small-
sit there and code and nobody will buy your product.
yeah.
What's going to
But the
happen?
people, but just one validation that we have got so far is the products that we have given out, like the polls system, which is direct competitor to SAP Qualtrics. The paid version is direct competitor to SAP Qualtrics. All the features better, but better. SAP Flocci Talent Suite, Flocci Workspaces, again live. Workspaces.flocci.in.
Out. The only thing that matters is whether you can sell or not. If you have a bunch of free users, no one gives a shit.
Yes, they are all free users.
Useless.
But
Absolutely useless.
yeah,
Free users are useless.
I agree.
So go
So
figure
yeah,
out how to sell. Figure out which product can you sell and make money enough to survive, and then build further. And if you decide that you're going to go that route, and if you want to work with 1 million by 1 million, you can join 1 million by 1 million. I really think that you should. There is a problem with your mental set, which 1 million by 1 million cannot necessarily change your mental set. If you decide that I'm a coder, I'm going to code, I'm not going to market or sell, you should not be an entrepreneur. You should get a coding job and go work for somebody else who's going to give you coding jobs. You're not an entrepreneur in that case. You will not succeed as an entrepreneur.
will be able to sell. I'm not saying I can't sell. I have just told K, if I stop right now or shift towards marketing, I know things will come to a halt, developments will come to a halt. That's the whole issue with the company right now, because most of the people that we had to let go. I mean, that's the state we are in right now. But yeah, as you said, I agree. I mean, I have been an extrovert all my life, was ahead of my band in company, and all those things are there. But I take your feedback. I know this is actually
I would detect there's a mental set problem here. So if you cannot adjust your mental set, you will not be able to make the transition to become an entrepreneur from a coder. Okay? All right. Let me explain how to use 1 million by 1 million to those of you who are considering joining the program. And I'll take questions if there are any after that. So we are completely virtual. You can join from anywhere in the world. As you can see, we're working with you from wherever you are. And the program is accessible from anywhere in the world. You start at 1Mby1M.com. And the digital mind is at delphi.ai. It's from Anamitra. That's the AI mentor. And the premium program is our full acceleration program. It's an annual membership fee-based program, $1,000 annual membership fee that gives you strategy consulting, investor introductions, actionable curriculum, and so on. If you want to just access the curriculum, there's a $99 per month curriculum. And so go to the website, look at what to expect from premium, what to expect from basic. There is one-on-one consulting. It's much more expensive. Free roundtables every Thursday this month. There are free roundtables, and next month and next month. So just find the slot, register, and Maureen will find you a slot so you can come talk to me. If you have questions about the program, Irina Patterson is your contact, irina@1mby1m.com. And that's it. So does anybody have any other questions? Nisha Khatri has a question. Maureen, could you let her speak, please? Nisha, go ahead. You need to, what does she need to do, Maureen, to join the panel? You need to unmute, Nisha. I can see that your audio is on. You need to unmute. There you go. Go ahead.
Hey, hi, Miss Mitra. How are you doing today?
Good. Where are you dialing from, Nisha?
India, Gurgaon, Haryana.
Gurgaon? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have one simple question.
Yeah.
And I will be very brief. I'm not going to take too much of your time. So, my question is, I am two partners, okay? One co-founder, that is me, and another founder, that is my partner. So, together, we framed an idea, we are working on it, and from past 6 months, we are building that idea. Now, what is happening to us is we have built a prototype. I would not say it is a prototype, it is a live product because that is being accepted into our regular workflow. Okay. First is here. Second is we are onboarding another partner as a co-founder. Now that partner is seeking 25% stake of our company just to get us next stage investments.
Oof, that is absolutely a very bad idea. That is
We
a
have
very,
not accepted that yet. That is the reason we are seeking mentors and advisor to guide us on this situation, because we are not sure what we are building and where we can go. It's just
you are not. If I am assessing just based on what you've said, you are not ready for financing yet. The stage
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't think if you have a product that has customers and validation, then you can even think about financing. If not, you're not at a stage where you can raise financing. So do you have customers and do you have validation?
Yes, we do have.
How many customers? What does the product do?
Let me just give you a short brief about the product. So what we are building a chronic pet care application for the pet parents, and to support them we are onboarding veterinary clinics.
Okay. What
Okay.
does chronic pet care mean?
Chronic pet care means long-term pet illness. For an example, if we have a pet who needs constant veterinary care.
So a sick pet, how to take care of a sick pet?
Yes.
Okay. And how many customers do you have for this?
We just started last month. Previously, we were building application to support this, and we took 3 months to build that MVP stage. And after that, we onboarded 3 clinics, out of which one clinic has onboarded 70 pet parents, out of which 20 of them has already downloaded the application.
And what is your business model?
We are commission-based model. We are not subscription.
What does that mean?
It is
commission
that
for
is transaction-based.
commission for what? What transaction? What are you selling?
Per transaction.
Huh?
It is like a POS system for the clinic. Okay, if they use whatever patient information they feed and whatever the revenue they get, we take a certain commission on that, just because we are handling the pet care over the time journey.
It's a very weird business model. It's not a business model that is going to scale fast. And if you're looking for outside financing, you have to show a fast growth path to building a business that goes from $0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years.
Okay.
And I don't think your business model is going to scale at that rate. Customer acquisition is difficult. Why wouldn't you build this as a subscription business?
Actually, we are in very early stage, so we have not defined our revenue metrics on this way. Currently, we are just seeking initial stage so that we could clear our first stage. That is the beta testing version. The product that we are building, the stage we are at in. So this is what we are clearing at.
But you're seeking what? You're seeking mentorship or you're seeking financing?
Mentorship at this point.
Mentorship I can provide you. This is not, please do not join 1 million by 1 million with the idea that you're ready for financing, because you're not.
No. We are just seeking mentorship because the kind of mentorship that I'm getting, I'm not sure if that is going to help my business. That is the reason I'm here.
Mentorship we can provide you. And when you are ready for financing, we can also introduce your investors, but that is going to take some time. You you are not there yet. You're nowhere near there yet. So we have to work. We're going to have to get you to a business model that can work. Your current business model hypothesis is not correct. That we have to change that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So, one possibility is that you can do a subscription business model, where you sell to the pet clinics. I don't know what the TAM of it. You have to do a bottom-up TAM analysis of that to assess what would be the bottom-up TAM for, a subscription-based business targeting pet clinics. That's one possibility, and you have to analyze that.
Okay.
Learn how to calculate bottom-up TAM and then calculate it and see what is the business, and then you have to test that business model with your clinics and see if they're willing to pay and how much are they willing to pay. So that's one test that needs to happen ASAP.
All right. If I tell you we are 50% near that, then how would you advise me on going forward?
What do you mean 50% near that?
We have 3 clinics, those who are ready. One of the clinic have already onboarded 20 pet parents, and these clinics are paid. These are not free clinics. We are charging initial onboarding fees, that is 2000 plus GST Indian INR rupees. Okay.
And what about ongoing?
Ongoing is 25% on video consultations and 5% if the clinic is using their own pet parent data. If we are giving them new customers, then we are charging 10% on clinic consultation, and 25% is consistent for both the cases.
So it sounds like you're trying to build some sort of a marketplace where you bring.
No, it is not. We are trying to build one-to-one clinic relationship. Why? I will tell you, because I'm myself a pet parent of 4 adopted pets, and I have been through this journey. One of my pet, Shadow, he is a cat, 3 years old, male cat, and I have been through this journey. He has been facing UTI since past 3 years, and now I understand, how clinic workflow works, when requires, and this and that, entire journey. I'm not going to take too much of your time explaining this and that, but just trying to get initial feedback from your side, and later on connect on next call.
Okay, this is my initial feedback. I think whichever business model you are going for needs to be validated, number one. Number two, we need a TAM analysis based on whichever business model, whichever pricing model you go for, and so forth. So those are I would say those are your 2 next steps. And if you want a call, you're going to have to join the program, because you only get to speak once for free.
Understood. No problem.
Okay, so you're very welcome to join the program, or you can also use the AI mentor. You can, as you are doing this validation work, you could also join the AI mentor and use that. If you need to learn these things like bottom-up TAM analysis, pricing, etc., there is a lot of curriculum available on that. So there's, I just explained to you. If you listen to the recording, you can find all the different options of how you can work with 1Mby1M. And if you want to talk to me on an ongoing basis and get ongoing mentoring, then you need to be in the premium program. That's the 1Mby1M premium program is the only program through which you can access me on a regular basis.
Understood. No problem.
Good luck. I'm very happy
Sure.
that you have 3 clinics and pet parents already in
this was last month.
You are actually in the
I'm so sorry, Miss Mitra. This the status which I told you, this was in December. Now, since we are in January, we have added more clinics, and we are progressing forward into different stages also. If I would say, in support of marketing and all, we have got arranged podcast with veterinarians, those who can help us. Okay. But in terms of talking about real revenue and transaction, then that is going to take us a little bit more time.
Yeah, that's okay. It's fine. But and in the meantime, you're going to have to bootstrap. You're not at a stage where you can raise money right now. So don't give
Understood.
25% of your company to a random person who's claiming to give you to get you funding, because he's not going to succeed in getting you funding, and you're going to be out of 25% of your equity. So it's basically a bullshitter person that you got there.
Right. That's a valuable insight. Thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome. All right.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else? You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, folks. Good session. I gave you a lot of feedback to a lot of situations where you are mental set wise not in the right place. So Rohan, I gave feedback on where his mental set is, and he is stuck on trying to get investors without understanding how to give those investors return on investment. So that's a mental set shift that he needs to make. And for Afsar, I also suggested a mental shift where, this is one thing that we do all the time, technical first-time founders who need to learn the business side, the marketing and the sales, and be able to do founder-led sales up to a point so that they can build a business. And this mental shift, if you cannot make the shift to go from a coder to a more well-rounded entrepreneur, you should not be an entrepreneur. You're not going to succeed as an entrepreneur. And I really believe you can. It is a matter of mentally adjusting your assumptions about who you are, what you can or cannot do, and taking that extra step to learn. Now, if you decide that you want to learn, then you can learn through 1Mby1M. But if you have a mental block that, no, I cannot learn this is not my thing, I need to code and somebody else needs to do the marketing, then you're going to fail as an entrepreneur, and I can't do anything about it. I cannot teach you anything. If that's your mental block, I cannot teach you anything. Okay? All right. Folks, it's a pleasure seeing all of you in the first roundtable of the year. I wish you all the best. I hope all of you, the process of growth, entrepreneurship is an amazing growth journey. Every step you grow, you learn, you grow, you acquire new skills, and you surprise yourself on how much you can do if you can fight with those mental blocks that are holding you back. I really believe that. And that's how I have done my entrepreneur journey. I've learned a lot, and I really believe in our ability to learn new skills. So good luck, and I hope you will be able to overcome all your mental blocks this year. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.